So if you're like me, you like to play your games on multiple platforms. I like to play, I have an Xbox One, I have an Xbox Series, I have a Nintendo Switch, I have a PC. I like to play them all. Um, Different rooms of the house have different console setups just because I like to play video games for fun. What frustrates me is when you're in Minecraft and you get a certain level of completeness in your world. And it's time to turn it off, put the kids to bed and you want to continue on your journey. But then your Xbox is upstairs and you want to game on your PC. And now you have to start a whole new world, start from day one, and not have fun. So what I'm getting at is today I'm going to spin up a Minecraft server. What that means basically is I have a central location that I could play with all my consoles on Minecraft Bedrock, and my progress will save across all consoles, which is great. Downfalls to it, you have to have a PC or a Linux computer that has enough resources. There are some other hidden issues like block lag, so you break a block that'll appear to still be there and then disappear. But those are some of the things I'm willing to overlook just so I can play on the same world. I have done this before. I have a virtual server set up that has a Linux operating system on it, and I put Minecraft Bedrock server on a Linux operating system, and it just kind of runs in my office. I have to update it. This other downfall is when you spin up a server, you have to update it on Minecraft's update cycles, or else your consoles and PC will be ahead of your server and you won't be able to play it. It'll be out of date. Typically, I've seen Minecraft release updates right around Tuesday. It almost felt like every week for a while, but they seem to have slowed down just a little bit for now. There's obviously going to be some more changes coming up with a new minor version release, so 1.20. So, and then they're going to have to iron out bugs and such with that. But I want to be able to play something across my consoles. I don't want 10 worlds on one Xbox, another 5 worlds on another Xbox, have 10 worlds on my PC. I want to be able to play the same world across everything. So I'm going to try to cover that today. It should be a quicker video. It's a pretty simple task. So let's dive in. So what you would do is you go to minecraft.net. You would log in with whatever login you had when you purchased the application. You don't want to immediately go to get Minecraft, because of what that's going to do is going to take you to a download page to download the version for the operating system you're on. What you need to do is you go all the way to the bottom, and you find download at the bottom, and then it'll bring you to this URL. Depending on what region you're in, what language you have selected for your web browser, you don't want to click here. This is going to download the launcher. So what that is you could download a launcher, and that'll give you the option to install Minecraft Bedrock or Minecraft Java or Minecraft Legends is coming, or the different versions of Minecraft. So you could do older versions of Minecraft, you can do current versions of Minecraft, you could do alpha versions of Minecraft, I believe, as long as you're signed up through special programs. So what you do is you scroll all the way to the bottom. You see server software down here. You could do a Java Edition server, which if you are into the Java Edition, fine, you could do that server. What we're covering here today is the Bedrock version. And so what that is a Windows Server Alpha edition of the server software. So once you click onto that link, it'll take you into another URL for Bedrock. You can download Bedrock Dedicated Server from Minecraft for free. Yeah, you don't even have to log in to download this software. So the options that you have Windows, which we're working with today. You have Ubuntu, which is a Linux variant that you can install Bedrock from. Linux is a lighter version of an operating system that uses less resources, but that could be for another discussion. If you want me to cover that, please say so in the comments below. You also have Minecraft Dedicated Server software for Windows Preview, which, to the best of my knowledge, that's a version ahead of what your consoles and your regular PC applications are at. And you can also do that on the Linux server as well. But today I'm going to cover Minecraft Dedicated Server software for Windows. You could read all these things here. I have read the end user license agreement and the privacy policy, so I'm going to go ahead and agree here and hit download. Now, with the power of editing, what you do is you extract it by right-clicking, right mouse clicking, hit extract all. If you accept the defaults, it'll extract it in the same folder location. You open it up. Now from here, you can go ahead and launch your Bedrock server, and you'll have a multiple platform place to do everything. However, I don't like to keep everything in default locations. I like to move everything around, so find a place where you want to launch your Minecraft server from. Move these files to that location. Once you have went ahead and moved all your files to the location that you want, or you can leave them in the same location where they originally reside, a couple of things that you should do before you actually start your Bedrock server. There's a great how-to that automatically comes that has all the information you need to set up your Minecraft server. It's got some disclaimers, some recommended hardware, so this is what you should have aligned in your system that you're currently running it on. It gives you some commands if you're running it on Linux operating system. But what we're doing today is the Windows version of Bedrock server. It requires these minimum version requirements. Gives you instructions of what you need to do, and then you start the file. One thing you need to note, if you're using this server on the same PC that you intend to use the application on, it is required that you run this command in an administrative command line window. What this does is it checks your network isolation and gives it a loopback exempt to this application ID. To do that, you open up your command line as administrator. As you can see here, you run this as administrator. You go back to this other window here, you copy the command line, no extra spaces, because it likes to throw a dot in right here. No extra spaces, copy, and all you do is simply paste it and press enter. What you should get back is an OK, like, okay, we got your application in. We will allow this loopback exemption. That is required if you're running this on the PC that you intend to play Minecraft on. It gives you some configuration properties that you set in a file named server.properties. I highly encourage you to do research on some of these settings. and adjust as you see fit for your environment. Then it also gives some explanation of what's in folders, the purpose of why their folders are set up this way. It gives you an allow list to restrict who has access to your server. It's got permissions also. So if you allow your friend from their location, but their kids try to jump on, or their friends or spouses try to jump on, they can't join with their accounts. They can only join with whose permission is assigned. And it's got some other commands that you can run within Minecraft itself, and some backup information. I highly encourage you to read through all of these before you make any adjustments to your local setup. What I have here is I went ahead and started a world. So it went from this many files. As you can see here, it's very minimal, to this many files. And all I did was started the world up. So what I have here is I open my server properties. So this is the file that has all the how-tos, is your server properties. If you open this with the notepad, it gives you your server name, defaulted to default or dedicated server, game mode survival, force game mode false, so on and so forth. I went ahead and switched mine to normal, so when my kids jump on, it's not too difficult for them, of all age ranges. I have my view distance set to 64, so anybody with a PC that joins in my server will have a pretty good view distance. When it comes to like Xbox, I think Xbox One has, you set this to 32, no, Xbox Series, you can set this to 32. Xbox One, I think you can set it to 16. It'll automatically default to that when those platforms join your server. I set my tick distance to maximum. I'm going to have to read up and figure out what exactly that means. I set my player idle timeout to 3,000, just so I can have a AFK farm. Like if I need whatever my farm is farming a lot of for a project, I could just walk away from my computer while it's logged in. I set my level C to random. I set every player that joins as an operator, because every time I join, I want to be the operator of it. The default is member, and we can set specific users to operator outside of this document. And then everything else, I believe I left default. I'm not 100% on what they do quite yet, so I just left them alone. I'm not going to try to mess with them. So now with your files in here, one thing I was referencing really fast is you have a permissions.json file. It's a JSON file. You can open this with Notepad, and if you're logged into the server, there should be some information in here, and then you can save it while it's in there, and then that player has that permission every time they log in. But we won't go over that. That gets a little bit more technical. This is just getting your world up and going. With PCs, you can download different behavior packs and texture packs and resource packs and all these fun things to make Minecraft unMinecrafty. So you could make it look more realistic, or you can have different shaders, or you can have how many day cycles you've been through. You can have custom packs that will prevent you from sleeping and such on and so forth. These are all advanced features that once you get into hosting your own server, you can start adding those in after doing your own research on. So with that, now if you have everything set and everything you want, all you need to do is launch Bedrock server.exe. Where mine is located, and it might run true for you, is that you have to right click on it and run it as administrator. And once you do that, another box will pop up. There's no log file. Starting the server gives you the version number, the build number, the level name, the game mode, the difficulty, and the database. So it saves everything in database tables. It shows you what port it's open on, and it says, hey, I'm started. You can go play at that time. Now, it's important that you do not close this window out when you're on a Windows PC. And the reason why is once you close it out, that stops the server from running, so you won't be able to connect to it. So what I do is I just minimize it. Server started. I minimize it down to here. I'll open up my Minecraft, click play. So now, here's what you'll see. You'll have your worlds that you made on your PC. Friends, typically yours will be whoever of your friends are online currently, but I have my other server up and running. To get to here, I had to utilize the permissions.json file. So it basically looks like I'm always logged onto the server. That's why my friends are online. It's because I'm sort of logged into the server. But like I said, that's a little bit more advanced than just getting going. What you would need to do is you go to the servers tab up here. You scroll all the way to the bottom and it says add server. Then you'll be presented with this page. So you want to call this How I Bedrock. And then the server address can be tricky, especially if you're hosting this on a different computer than your local computer. What you want to do is you want to obtain the internal IP address of that computer, and you want to type that information in here. However, with computers, if I'm trying to access something locally that is open through ports, the best thing I can do is you just type in localhost. And what that is it's a local and it's on my machine. Sometimes that doesn't always respond. So the next best option is enter in your local host IP address, which on everything is 127.0.0.1. This is the internal IP address of your local host. This port, if you remember back in the how-to, I mentioned don't mess around with this unless you absolutely know what you're doing. This is by default. So from here, instead of play, that's what I like to immediately go to, is down to play. But if you don't save it, then you'll have to remember to do all this same stuff next time you want to play it on this workstation. So I'm going to hit save. And then you'll see additional servers down here, How I Bedrock. And if your current ping, so this is your current network connectivity, has 3, or it doesn't have the red dot, you could just join the server. And in the next video, I'm going to go through how I went and started playing on this world a little bit. What I like to do is I like to start with villages and then kind of commandeer the villages, because you already have villagers there and you could do different things and earn emeralds and such on and so forth. So if you wanted to see how I bedrock, keep an eye out for that next video. If you want to be notified of it, please subscribe. I'm going to make some more Minecraft Bedrock videos. I'm a new creator, so just getting my feet wet, but I'm going to start making those. I also make some Fortnite videos. I like to think I'm okay at Fortnite, but my videos show differently. And I am going to do some other videos on there for other games. I like to play a wide variety of games. It's not just these couple of games. So, yeah, check out my channel, Crispy Games. Please subscribe to the channel. Like any of the videos that you like. And then, yeah, we'll see y'all in the next ones. Thanks.